Welcome to TechBrothersIT. In this video, we are going to learn about mirrored SQL Server. That's in a preview for now in Microsoft Fabric. So think about that. You have SQL Server installed on your local machine, and then you want to mirror that to the Microsoft Fabric. So mirror SQL Server in Fabric allows you to seamlessly replicate data from on-premises or enable a SQL Server into the OneLake in an analytic optimized format. It uses chain data capture behind the scene to enable a near real-time data sync, eliminating the need for the complex ETL pipelines. So this is a great feature because if you have a SQL Server on premises and then you want to replicate all the data, you are making changes, update, delete, inserts, or making some DDL statements, maybe changing, adding a new column and all that. This will be all captured in Fabric. So let's go ahead and take a look how we can approach or how we can achieve this. First of all, what you will be doing, you will be going to the download, and here you will download data gateway, and this is very easy. Once you have it, you install it. I have a video on it, how to install data gateway and connect with your SQL Server on premises. Once your data gateway is installed, it will you will log in. So let me open that. Here you will have something like that, and then you're gonna sign in, and I will use this account to sign in that I have right here. So once we sign in with the account, we will be all good. Okay, so we have signed in with our account here, and you can see that the gateway, Tech Brothers gateway, is online and ready to use. So you can see different settings here. You can see the logic app, your analysis services, and power app, and all those. So these are all things are ready for us. Okay, so here you have other settings such as service account, diagnostics, network, and connectors. So there are a lot of and recovery keys. These are all things that you don't have to worry about it. And once you install it, very basic, it's gonna ask you a couple of things like login name and all that, and you will be all good. Now what we can do, we are gonna go ahead and as we have the gateway ready, so we can read the data from our on-premises and then write to the Fabric. So I'm going to go to workspace here and go to the new item, and then I will be going to the mirror SQL Server here. Easily replicate data from existing source into analytics friendly format. Let's click right there, and now it is showing us the source, and we have SQL Server database. And here we have to provide the SQL Server name, and I'm going to open my SSMS SQL Server Management Studio, and I have installed this SQL Server here, and you can see right there, that's my local SQL Server. I'm going to run this, and that's my computer name or my SQL Server. So if I go to connect and I paste it right there, and that's where I can connect with my Windows authentication, right? So you can see the database Tech Browser DB is there. Let's go back to our Fabric, and here we provide the server name. Then I need to provide the database name. So I'm going to go right here, double click here, and actually right here I want to copy. So let me just say rename here. I'm just want to make a selection and just paste it there. Now once we provide the database name, then we are going to create a new connection, and you can provide the name of a connection. I'm going to call it on-prem SQL source. Okay, now in the gateway you have to select the gateway, as we have installed the gateway, and that's what you will select. And then here is the authentication. In my case, I'm going to use Windows authentication, and that's going to be my computer name and then my username. So we will provide that, and then you will provide your password here. Now let's hit connect, and we should be all good from here. Once the connection is created, it's gonna try to get all the list of the tables for us. Here we got this error, we are unable to connect to the data source using encrypted connection. So that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead with the unencrypted and just connect again. It's getting the list of the tables, and you can see that it has all tables, dbo.customer, sys.schemas. So I'm gonna let everything flow as is. So this is the user table. Also automatically mirror future tables. Any new tables added to the source will be replicated to the destination. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect, and then provide the destination name on the Fabric. So TechBrothers, and I'm going to call this a mirrored. Okay. One other thing I noticed that if your SQL Server agent is off, you're gonna get this error. So you have to start the agent. So because it need the agent to work for the replication. Okay, so we will go back here. Here it is a provisioning mirror database, then provisioning a SQL analytics endpoint, then configure a replication and finally start a replication. If I will take you back here in this database, I have only customer table with the 7 records. Looks like everything worked just fine, and you can see that we have a mirror database ID, we have a source SQL Server, and then we have our source connection on-prem SQL Server. And here you can see that it's starting right now, and it's going to take some time. It's refreshing automatically, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's here is a refresh button, and here is the settings button. If you go to setting, you will see the name of the destination database, you will see endorsement, and then you will see SQL endpoint link you can use to connect through the SSMS or Power BI or other tools that you need to use. Here is maintenance, automatically execute vacuum to delete log entries that exceed the retention threshold and unreferenced data files. So it's 1 day, I'm fine with that, but if you want to change, you can change. And now it is running, so you can see that. So it was starting, now it is running. So it's going to take a little bit time before it will get those tables for us. Meanwhile, I'm going to go right here and I'm going to create another table called dbo.test. This is going to have integer ID and just the name, and then let me close that. And now what we will do, we'll say insert into dbo test and values, so 1 and Amir. Okay, so once this is done, we will go ahead and take a look from there. So let's see, it's still running, and now finally it is showing us the DBO customer table, and it is say running, but total rows we are not seeing any as of now. So it's going to take a little bit time to get all those rows for us. Okay, so finally we can see that we have 7 rows replicated, and that's good. And what I can do here, we can query in T-SQL. Once I click right there, and I can go to schemas here, and let me refresh and let it load. And once it's loaded, we should see the schemas here, and there is a DBO schema, there is tables, and then we have a table right here, customer. I'm going to preview the data, so you can see that we have 7 rows. You can also click right here and say select query top 100 rows, and that's going to show us all the records. Let's do some testing, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete the record where ID is equal to 4. So then we are going to get rid of that. So after deleting the record, we are left with the 6 records, and that's great. I'm going to go ahead and add new table, and what we will do, we will go right there and see we have created a test table. I'm going to select the data. So this is all I am doing on my on-premises SQL Server. So this table is there, and now we can go right here to the Fabric and take a look. So let's go to the here in the mirror application, and we can stop the application if we want, or we can also configure the application. So in this case, let's say we want to uncheck this automatically mirror feature, future tables, we can do that as well. So in my case, I'm not really interested, but I'm just going to show you you can make changes here. So you see right here does not have primary key, so that's fine, because if the table does not have a primary key, I hope that will also mirror. But I want to just take a moment, because last time when I was doing this mirror with the Azure SQL database, it did replicate even there was no primary key. It created a unique column with the GUID, so that was used. So let's wait for it and see if it will replicate. So okay, so it is showing you 8 records now in the customer table, and looks like this one row that we made a change or deleted, that has come here. So let's go right here, and now we execute, and the row with the ID customer ID 4 should not be here because we have deleted it. So it's still taking some time, so no worries, because I see that there is a delay between that. So even I just seeing like, hey, rows replicated 8, it is not done yet. So also this is confusing. So if you are like, first you had 7 rows and then those are replicated, but then we deleted 1 row, so that make it 8. So this does not mean that this is equal to the table row counter. So this is just the changes counter. So first when it got 7 rows, if you make an update or a delete, that will be considered as 1 row as well. So that's what's going to happen now. Now here if I go back here and let's run that again, and now it's still there. So I'm hoping it will be gone soon. So let me see. I'm gonna refresh. So still I am not seeing this row is deleted. So this should be gone pretty soon. So let's wait for it, because we have deleted this row from the source, and as of now our source has only these ID 5 to 10. So meanwhile, I'm gonna, for the test purposes, I'm going to create another table, and that will be, I will be creating with the primary key. So why I want to do that? Because in the Azure SQL, I created without primary key and it was able to replicate, but in case of on-prem SQL Server, I'm not sure if it will be able to replicate that test table we created. So now anyways, we have created this order table and it has a primary key, and let's wait for it if it will replicate order table but not the test table. And when I went to the configuration here, if you see that we saw there was a red sign on that one. So see right here, so order right here, it is shown this DBO test as a it's not going to work, looks like, but now with the primary keys it is fine. So looks like you have to have a primary key with your all the tables if you are replicating from your on-premises to the Fabric. So let's wait for this one, and then it should be fine. Also in my case, I have noticed that it is a slow, maybe I have a trial version, that's why. And finally the ID with the customer 4 is deleted, so that works just fine. Now we are going to go ahead and wait for our order table to come, and that's we are going to call it a day, because looks like without the primary ID the tables will not be replicated. So I have to go back to the documentation, and maybe they will add this feature later, but in the other Azure SQL DB case it was able to get that record, and but it created a separate column, so you can watch my video. So it is getting our order table as of now. So as of now I don't see the records, but they should be here soon. Okay, so finally I can see that my order table is here, and there are 4 rows replicated. Let's go to the tables again and take a look here. So if I go right here and refresh, and I should see the orders table as well, and it should have 4 records. So we see the order table. I'm going to click there to preview the records, and it should have the records. It worked great. So just to summarize this one, it is you need a gateway to install if you are reading from the on-premises SQL Server, and then once you have the data, the gateway installed, then you will be creating a connection to your on-premises SQL Server, and then you will be selecting the tables that you want to replicate, or you can select all the tables and also add future tables. One note to make, if your table does not have primary key, then they are not going to be replicated. And also you will not be seeing the error here. And it would be great if you create a table here and it pops up in the in this interface saying, guess what, hey, you have this table without primary key and we are not going to replicate. So till you don't go to configuration setting here and then see from there, that's the only way you will be able to see a red mark here. So that's the right there. So and it's not letting you select. So that's also tells us that this feature is not there yet. It need a primary key. So I thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.